Hello, I am Hive again. Welcome back to Enter the Dojo. Here I am on a Monday night with my trusty bottle of Jack Daniels. So tonight I'm going to be doing some inking on this pencil here. And then if I've got time, I'll put some colour on. It's for Comix Division. You may or may not know of Comix Division. He's like a pop culture commentator. You might see him on Friday Night Tights and stuff like that. So he asked me to do some character work for him for his channel and the logo and what have you, and I did that. So that's what I'm going to be doing for him this evening. Hello, George. Nice to see you. Hello, anybody else there who's watching. I suppose I'll just get straight on. Here we go. Presume everything's working as it should be. So I'll just get on, I think. Okay, right. So something I found that was really neat was being able to make it blue. I only found that out recently. I was using all kinds of tricks to make it blue, but this is a Clip Studio. It's a fantastic tool. Like I say, tonight it's all digital. Just check that. Yeah, it seems to be working. It's very similar to John Constantine. Yes. I had 24 eyes. That's the look he wanted, so I went for that. All right, so I use this tool, Lazy Mizumi Pro. It's kind of cool for the lines. Yeah. Gives you a nice smooth line. When you use it. Where's the history gone? Got a little bit of music on in the background. You may or may not be able to hear it. Let me know if you can't. It's just a band called BB Black Dog. I do some work for them occasionally. So anyone watching from YouTube or anywhere else, don't bother trying to do the whole copyright strike, because they said I could use the music while I'm live streaming. And actually, we used their music, really fantastic track on the intro for Fulton Land. So there you go, good guys. Hiya, Pops. Cheers all. So I started doing some work for Comix Division a little while ago. I got in touch with him because I liked a couple of his videos. I thought he was quite funny to listen to, and he asked me, was I available to do some stuff, and I said yes. And so I've done a few bits and pieces. That's one of the sheets of character work I did for him. So you can see it's not my usual style. It's quite graphic, but it's that for a reason, so it can be reused in multiple places. So he wanted this character, and he wanted some logo design, which I helped out with, and that was really cool. And he said to me a couple of weeks ago, "Oh, I've got a really good idea for a T-shirt for the character. Could I do it?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." And he was kind enough to let me do this live, which is kind of cool. Am I going to go that way or that way? I'll go that way. Using quite a thick brush for this because it's quite a big image. A little hum along to the music. So I'm doing a few bits this week as well for Only Death Can Save Us. Just let you in on that. There you go. Like a couple of extra pages for the Arrow Comics versions, and all these, like I say, will be thrown into the second book so that everybody gets them. But even more importantly, there'll all be traditional artwork as well, so they'll be available in the second campaign for people to purchase should they want to. Got my daughter in here with me as well. She's over there. She's just over there doing late night work for her university course. Not quite sure if she's going to be an architect at the end of it all, or if she's going to be the best horse trainer in Britain. Could happen. Could happen. She's desperately into that stuff. She's doing very well. She's very, very, very far more talented than I am. Hopefully she gets herself a proper job as well. This comic book stuff isn't a proper job. There we go. Fill that in there. So it's working out okay. Let's see if anybody else turned up. 2 pops. There's 2 pops. How does that work? Hiya, Varian. I think it's good for the soul. I just don't think it's very good for my wallet. Right, this the way most of them have turned out is the face is the bit that takes a long time, and then everything else is easy. Most of the time it's just because I'm anal about it. I could just leave it. I suppose there's nothing wrong with wanting to get it absolutely right. Right. Okay. Don't do that. Just check on there. Okay. Just doing the occasional check back on the current artwork to make sure I get that same styling. Are you ready for it? I don't like this one. Move this one on. This one sounds a bit 60s. I like this. I think that should have more shape in the fingernail. So it's poking more towards the viewer. So once again, I'm running out of things to say because I'm not really very good at talking while I'm working. So chat amongst yourselves. Because there's always plenty of drama to talk about, isn't there? So it was not being able to draw women last week. Oh, isn't it this week? Isn't it manga? Manga's too saucy. It's too saucy. Saucy. Can't possibly draw boobs and things. I think the world's gone completely bonkers. Why wouldn't you want to be able to draw boobs? I mean, it's not like I haven't drawn male bits as well. Or is that allowed? I don't know. I've completely lost touch with the modern world sometimes. It's just crazy. This is going all right, actually. Quite like this. And get the smoothing back in. The smoothing has spoiled me. There's no doubt about that. I wanted a particular kind of look for my style. I know everybody wants that, but there was a kind of like an end point, and part of that was actually a misinterpretation in my own mind of the stuff I loved as a kid. Like this stuff up here, because it always looked so damn perfect. But of course, it wasn't perfect. So when I went to draw, finally, when I kind of got my head around exactly where I wanted to be style wise, and I'd done a lot of the same kind of style for Draw the Marvel Way. I thought, yeah, this is it. I've done this. I've got this now. I know where I want to be. And I got Only Death Can Save Us out, and I was very pleased with it. Still am very, very pleased with it, and a lot of other people seem to like it. That's really cool. But I think the artwork is just a little bit too this is really smooth what I'm doing here, and it absolutely works for this because it's supposed to be graphic. It's going on the T-shirt and what have you, and the other stuff I've done for Comix Division. That's all supposed to be very graphical as well, so that works. That's cool. But there goes my daughter. But I know. Like I say, I'm really very proud of the stuff I did on Only Death Can Save Us. But now that I've found traditional inking, where I wasn't doing it before, there's something else to it, and so that's where I'm going now. So the next book will be effectively the same style. It's just this time I'll be doing it with traditional inks. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do the whole book that way, but certainly, large portions of it will be done that way. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing that. Before I do any of that inking, of course, I'll be doing outliers, and that will be all traditional inks. And I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into that. I've currently just finished. I'm just doing some amends for Joe, some editorial amends. But I've just finished the first 24 pages. Really pleased with it. We showed some of it on the show last week, and dead chuffed. It's really, really getting there. And it's a slightly different style to what I did for Only Death Can Save Us. It's a bit more texture in it. Not as many, not as many graphical lines to it. It's a lot more textured. So really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Right. Oh no, come on guys, do something else. Kind of like that. What we got going on? Ooh. My channel in a couple of hours, draw Crom challenge. You are welcome to join us. Oh, thanks, mate. If I'm awake, I'll join you. This comic book stand. Hi, thanks for sharing with us. Do you ever ink with actual ink? Yes. Last week I inked Jennifer. Nice to see you. Thank you. Last week I inked an Iron Man or War Machine front cover. Let's see if I can show you this just quickly off the board. But I do ink my own work. You can see it there. There's a piece. Something a bit more detailed. There's a front cover. Whoops. There's a front cover. So yeah. Every week, what I'll be doing is doing an hour on a Monday night, and sometimes it'll be digital, sometimes it'll be digital pencils, sometimes it'll be inks, traditional inks or digital inks, just depending on what I'm doing that day. So sometimes you might see some outliers stuff, sometimes you might see some Only Death Can Save Us or just some commissions or whatever. Yes, you do hear music. That's BB Black Dog. Like I said right at the start to everybody who's listening from YouTube and everywhere else, they gave me permission to put their music on in the background because I know the guys and I work with them on occasion, and I need a plucky young African American sidekick to keep me on my toes. I recommend Joe D. McVie. Joe's always welcome. I love Joe. Right, let's get back on with some drawing. Oh, he's warbling a bit. The time differences are a bit of a pain in the backside, because obviously most of the audience seems to be for this, for comic book stuff, seems to be in the US. Certainly, the UK audiences aren't as big. It may just be down to volumes, numbers of people in the country. I don't know. But it seems to really get attention, you have to do things on American time zones. Certainly, a lot of the shows I get invited to, a lot of the streams, are all American. So it can play havoc with the old internal clock. Doesn't work. So getting close to the end here. Then I think we're only 22 minutes in, so I think I'll pop some colour on, and everybody can see how rubbish I am at doing colour. There we go. Just clean that up. Okay. There we go. Turn that off. Do some filling. Nope. It's a bit whiny. Go. No, it didn't work. Close up those gaps. Black Derby. Okay, right. So that'll do. Quickly knocked up. Let's go multiply it. Stick in a layer. Let's save that. And get some colours going. That's the skin colour. check in. Loud. I can hear that even through my headphones. Yeah. Okay. That's the same colour in his hair. Blue hair. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. That went in nice and easy. Just colour of his coat. Yeah, there. Right, okay. Let's pick out those bits. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. Feel free to tell me. I think I saw Sim the other day using the loop tool on it, just filling. So there's probably something I'm missing. It's the trouble when you coming from Photoshop. I'm still thinking Photoshop when I'm using Clip Studio. Part of it's laziness, part of it's just getting on, not having the time to look into things. Right, okay. So now we're into shadows. Okay, got that. Let's go for some shading. Anybody else about? Nope. I think I'll go for central.
Ja, wir sind hier in Ruhe in meinem gerade umzubauenden Gitarrenladen. Also ich baue Gitarren mit Instrumenten, habe da viel emuliert, von 4 Jahren gekauft. Und ja, aber ich war jetzt halt noch recht jugendlich und habe gedacht, oh Mann, das muss noch mal anders gehen aus Deutschland. Aber ja, das hat sich dann anders gemacht. Nach 3 Monaten wollte ich wieder nach Hause. Und das macht mein Job Spaß, auch das Abend, hier in Deutschland durchzuarbeiten. So viele Leute wohnen hier also doch auch nicht, aber ein paar Musiker gibt es sogar ziemlich viele. Hier sind wir mal in der Werkstatt, da male ich, fotografiere ich hier drin. Meine Maschine, ich wollte auch mal.
Go. Let's just filling that in. So I just take out the highlights. Again, quiet again. Sorry. Like I said, I'm just like terrible at trying to talk and draw at the same time. Not one of my special abilities. But I'm getting it. Oops. I need to go back and get that bit. This is the same song again. I thought I had a randomizer on of their music. I do like this one though, so I'll just leave this one on once more. I mean, you didn't come here to listen to the radio. If you did come here, if everybody's still here, for those that did turn up earlier, thank you very much. Much appreciated. This is, it isn't just you know, the live streaming aspect. Obviously, these videos go onto my channel as well. So if you are watching this later on, thanks for coming by and watching. If you like the video, obviously give it a like if you can. Why not subscribe? I've got lots of videos on the channel. Pretty much all of them are process videos. You know, me drawing, inking, colouring, talking about the books. I just put up a video yesterday, which is all about my experiences with the book Only Death Can Save Us, and you know, the things that I've learned on the way. You do learn an awful lot of stuff when you do a campaign on your own. You're kind of like, you know, you're it. There ain't no one there helping you, and it's amazing what you learn along the way. I mean, yeah, just stupid stuff about how much postage costs and packaging and you know, bits and pieces like that. And you pick all these things up, and it just means that, you know, next time out, I'm going to know that little bit more, and you know, make it easier on myself, but also technically make the whole process of you know, making the book and also getting the book into other people's hands, making it easier for them to get it. That's really annoying me. You know, that's and that's what's most important. So yeah, you can go check that video out. It's it goes in, but it doesn't just go into campaigns either. You know, like crowdfunding. It talks a little bit about, you know, the kind of things that you need to have straight in your head before you start, even, you know, a comic book. And I think that's the expression that is everything. You know, get it straight in your head before you embark. You don't want to have a situation where you never do anything because it's like, oh, I'm not ready. You know, at some point you have to take the dive and get on with it. But at the same time, you know, think about what you're going to produce, and you know, what's your, I think that's something else I said in the video. What is your USP? What makes you different? Because there's lots of comic books out there, there's lots of IPs out there, and you're not going to be completely different. There's nothing new under the sun, is there? Unfortunately, that's just the way of the world. But you can you know, the way that you put it together, the way that you draw, the way that you write, whatever. There's something unique about you. Lean on that and make it the thing that people want. That's the most important thing. You know, give people that reason to want what you're producing rather than what someone else is producing. Okay, let's go to some white. Okay, there you go. Let's go 50 to start us off. I'm going to need to go all the way up so I can see what's going on. Didn't work. I think it's like that with your style as well. I've said this before. You know, you've got to find what makes you different. I'm inspired by Bronze Age work, but I'm not trying to copy those styles that I love. I'm simply using them as inspiration. So, be unique. Really, that's the most important thing, is to be you. Bring something new to the party that people maybe haven't seen before, and just in the way that you present yourself, your book, the kind of stories you want to tell. Um, like I say, there's every chance that it's not original, as in completely, but the way you present it, and that's even more important with your style as a comic book artist. Do something different. I mean, there's some fantastic artists out there that that I'm sure can draw like Jim Lee, or you know Neil Adams, or whatever. Um, but that doesn't mean they should. They should try and find their own way, try and find their own look. Otherwise, what's the point? You want to be something slightly different. I mean, look at someone like Sean Gordon Murphy. I don't think anyone draws quite like him. And he's drawing Batman. He's doing all this stuff. He's not doing anything original, is he? It's no more original than the rest of us. It's just the way, it's his style and his presentation that is different, catches the eye, because other people just aren't doing it, or if they are, they're not doing it as well. So be that, own that aspect of your work. Be original in the way that you are. Be you. This will all work out in a minute, I promise. Okay, getting there. Getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. I think that's it. There and there. Drop that behind. Okay. Drop it behind there. Okay. Just getting that look. Oh, whale. Come on, guys. Give me something better than that. Let's go 50 for the highlights. Okay. Okay. Do. Okay. That's working for me. Again, pop that in underneath the black. Right, okay, looks like it's done. Where are we? 14. What? Just because I can do cartwheel doesn't make me want to be a sidekick. Oh, Joe, I love you. Hey, Jim. Thanks, Rob. Hail, Jim. Yes, indeed. Hail, Jim Cox. Right, okay. So, I'm gonna, obviously this isn't gonna be the finished thing, but if I open up, woohoo! This is what you're seeing at the moment. Oh, I'm opening up Photoshop. So let me see. If I open up, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this without swapping in to OBS while I'm doing a Photoshop. So if I file save duplicate of that as a JPEG, put that in Comix Division 1U, save, yes. And then if I go to OBS and if I add in, no, I can't be doing that. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to open up the Photoshop document in Clip Studio. So, which is another good reason to have Clip Studio. We'll want you, although, there we go. So if I file, open that up, and want you JPEG, open that up. See. So effectively, that's my positioning, like so. And what I'll do is tomorrow, rather than tonight, I'll go into Photoshop and play with the text, and then send Comix Division the output. So we're pretty much there. That's pretty much it for tonight, as far as Comix Division T-shirt graphics are concerned. What I'm going to do, I'll have a little bit more whiskey. There we go. See if there's anyone else on that. How long a panel take to make, Russ? Oh, I don't know. A panel. I don't think I could break it down into panels. What I'll do is I'll open up. There's a page. Okay, so that page is 2 panels, isn't it? But you might have 5 panels on a page. So really all you can say, or even 10 panels on a page if you wanted to. So I would say I could probably do 2 pages like this. If I show you one from Outliers, which Joe won't mind because it's stuff we've already shown. So it's one that's got some panels on. So say something like that. So a page of pencils like this, probably do 2 of these in a day. So I could also ink 2 of them in a day. So I suppose that technically, if you're going from absolutely nothing on the page all the way through to like a finished piece of ink work like this, or a digital ink, you're probably talking a day for the whole thing. But that would be from concept through thumbnail, through pencils, right the way through to finished ink. I could probably do 1 a day. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it really all depends on what's in the pages. There's slightly less in the in these. That's a funky image now I'm looking at it. It should be like in pink or something. So these are the pages from Only Death. So if I've got a little bit of time, so I'll just carry on doing some pencils with Only Death. So you can see some of the progress, some of the way I do that. So the first thing I do on a pencil page would be do a quick thumbnail. So that would be like my thumbnail. So very, 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 very loose sketch. Quickly sketch up the anatomy and placement, and then finish the pencil off properly here. Zoom in a little bit. Just get a pencil on it. I've started using quite thick pencils as well because it more replicates the way that I used to draw in the real world. And also it works much better with my ink work as well. I really like that. So you can see it's like different styling to the Comix Division stuff that I just did for the T-shirt. There's more texture in it. It's less graphical. I wouldn't call it realistic. That's the word. That's the wrong word. But yeah, I think more texture. Texture's the thing. Loud. So they're shocked little minions. They're not happy because death has just turned up. People who have the book will know what part of the book this is from. And so where it gets repurposed into floppies just for this first book, because I was approached by Arrow once the book had been produced to repurpose it for floppies, to serialize the books, all of the books, in floppy format for the direct market. So on this first outing, it basically means that that some of the I have to pad some of the story. But what I'm going to do is in book 2, everybody who gets book 2 will be able to see the extra art that I'm putting in. And of course, in book 2, because we're writing it from the ground up, with serialization in mind, there won't be any of that happening this time. It's actually going to end up a bigger book. There will be 66 pages for book 2 at least. It might end up being, instead of 22 pages per section, it's 3 sections because it's being serialized over 3 comic books. It could well end up being 23 pages, so it could end up being 69 pages of strip. Then I have a backup strip for War, which will be that's one of the War is another one of the horsemen, and he's got his own strip, just it's called Horseman's Tales, so that will be going in there. And then some of the other stuff that I'm producing for to put in to basically support stories to put in the 32-page Arrow books, is kind of like fact files. I tried to describe them the other day. It's kind of like, if anyone's read Lord of the Rings, within Lord of the Rings there are scenes where people tell tales or poetry or sing songs or whatever, and they fill out the backstory of the main story. So they fill out like the world building and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to do something along those lines. So it's not actually told within the pages of the main story, but it's all world building stuff and all done in as a splash comic book page with text. So I'm quite pleased with the first set of those. I'm going to be doing another set for issue 2, and all of those will be in book 2 as well. So yeah, there'll be quite a bit in there. I think it'll be another 96 pager. It could be a little bit bigger, but not a lot bigger. So I think I've got that base down. I think probably I'll put the lighting down that way. Okay, right. We're just coming up to the hour now, so I think I'll probably leave it there. So you can see that's how I put a pencil page together. I'll save that out. Okay. Just nice to get an idea. Okay, thanks, Russ. Yes, blank page to finish page, yeah. It definitely isn't an exact science. I've actually spoken to Jeff a few times. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really good to speak to him actually, and he was impressed. So I was happy. Cool. When will you release book 2? Right, book 2. I'm on with Outliers at the moment. The plan is to have the campaign start 1st of September, so exactly the same as last year. I would have liked it earlier. I wanted to do it in the summer, but Joe's book came up and it was a great opportunity, and I really enjoy working with Joe. So I'm glad I did that. So it pushed back book 2 a little bit, but the campaign will be 1st of September, and I plan to fulfill again in January. So, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5-month turnaround. I'll start artwork on Only Death. I'm already doing bits and pieces, but I'll start artwork properly in July, maybe August, and turn it around from there. I do have more people helping out this time, so I've got a flatter, and I'll be looking for a letterer as well. So I should be able to take somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks off the turnaround time for me personally, which is how I've been able to put in the other projects that I'm doing at the moment. Creative license with all your adaptations of novels. You have creative license. Not quite sure. No doubt. It's all mine, that's for sure. Yeah, War. Yeah, War is quite a cool character actually. He's not just in the backup story. You will see him in book 2. And further into book 3. In fact, the kind of getting the gang back together at the end of book 2. So the story's already written, and I've just got to start out on the pencils. It's good, really good to see you, Rob. Thank you very much for dropping by. Right, okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to leave that there. Let's just have one more look at what I was here to do in the first place. Want you? There you go. And I'll sort out the text on that properly tomorrow and get that over to Comix Division. Thank you very much, Comix Division, for letting me have a go at this. This is really good fun. In fact, all the graphics on his site were good fun to do. Like I say, I did quite a few bits and bobs for him. They're all fun, and they kind of come up while he at one point he had them coming up while he was commentating. I don't think he does that quite as much now. He lets his he shows his face and what have you, but they were good to do. So yes, this is the final thing. There you go. That's the shot of it. And the Gears of War, Only Death Can Save Us stuff that I had going on today. So that's pretty much me for the evening. Just take one last look at who's been hanging around. So thanks to everybody who turned up. Look at all these people. Thank you. Thank you to Ninja, 24 Eyes, Pops, George. Thank you, George. Varian, Jennifer. Thank you. I've not seen you before. Thank you very much for jumping in. I said Varian. No, Joe, Jodie McPhee. What a geezer. Jim, lovely to see you. Rob, thank you so much. I used to go to school with Rob. So there you go. And that's it. I think I got everybody. Thanks everyone for dropping by. Like I say, if you're watching this on a replay, please give it a like. If you like it, obviously, if you don't like it. Interaction is always good. So give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. If you can, share the video. That's always fantastic to have the video shared. It helps the channel a lot. And I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers so that I can start doing the extra stuff that you can do at 1,000 subscribers. Only Death Can Save Us. Can you see it there? Only Death Can Save Us. That's the book. It's Bronze Age inspired cosmic fantasy romp. It's still available in demand on Indiegogo, but not for long. This book is, I have a limited number printed. There will not be any more printed. Okay. So that the people that have backed, they get something special and a one-off. Because, and even more important now that it's going to be serialized in Arrow Comics, it's even more important that these books are one-offs. There still are some available, and I think I'm keeping some for campaign 2 and campaign 3 for new people so they can catch up, but there are still some available and you can go get it at in demand right now at Indiegogo. Links are in the description for this video. You can go check out my website, russleach.com, comicbookblackbelt.com. You can go to the website for Only Death Can Save Us as well, onlydeathcansavus.com. There's a Facebook page you can go check out. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Minds, obviously on YouTube as Comic Book Black Belt. So yeah, you got a question, you're interested in my work, if you want to tell me I'm getting something wrong, give me some tips and hints. I'm always open. Thank you very much. Or just want to chat about comic book art, you give me a shout. You can also find me on a Thursday over at Fulton Land. That's Thursday morning in the States, where I talk with Joe Fulton. Incredibly thoughtful, clever man, and we chat about comic books and the interaction between people and comic books, and publishing and all kinds of stuff. And we show off Outliers artwork as well, on the build up to getting that campaign released later on in the year. I think that's about. Oh, you can also find me over on Varian's channels, Indie Vault, over with Arrow Comics and Randy Zimmerman. Sometimes I'm there on a Thursday or a Sunday. They do the Sunday funnies. They also do a Thursday morning show, and you'll see me hanging around or loitering those places as well. So that's about it. You should be able to do Streamlabs Donos with 1,000 subs. Oh, that would be good. You're already running. Yes, I am running OBS. You should be able to do Streamland donos without 1,000 subs. Oh, right. Okay. No, yeah. No, I'm using StreamYard. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's not. It would be lovely to have it. Unfortunately, it's not top of my list at the moment. That's the trouble when you're trying to get yourself out there and you're doing the whole YouTube thing as well. And you've got to focus on art and publishing and getting your books done and scheduling clients and stuff. It's tough, but I'm not going to complain because I'm absolutely loving my life at the moment. We're having a great time. I'm doing some working on some great projects, and working with some other great creators. So, and on to top it all, I get people like you coming and watching me and taking note and making the time to come and see what I'm doing. Thank you very much for your interest. These things would be nothing without the interaction of the audience, of customers, audience, fans. I don't like using the word fans. We're all fans. We're all fanatics about comics. That's why we do what we do. So thanks very much. Oh, it's Todd. You just come in at the end, Todd. I'm on my way out. How Todd? Todd's fantastic. He's very, 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 very supportive. What a great guy. So I'm off now. I'm off to bed. I'm going to finish my whiskey. Oh. And I'm off to bed now. So once again, thanks to everyone who's turned up. And I'll be back again next Monday. I would imagine next Monday it's either going to be Outliers or Only Death Can Save Us, unless somebody hits me with a commission or something like that. But otherwise, that's pretty much what it's going to be. It's most likely going to be digital penciling, but it could well be some traditional inking. So I'll leave you hanging on that. I'll leave you hanging. Thanks very much for turning up, and it's time for me to go. So thanks very much again, and I'll see you. Bye-bye.